So, welcome to From Loss of Self to Self-Presence. Yeah, maybe you are in that very same situation as many, that there are always the wrong people appearing in your life. They come along from the out of nowhere and give you problems. People that won't become your customers when you are self-employed and you are working directly with people on solving issues, paving their ways, etc., then you might experience this issue all over again, that there are people coming along that want something from you, but not to book your service. And then there are people in your private life coming along, they won't become your friends. Same thing, they want something else which you can't figure it out right away. People that give you hard times or problems that throw you back by miles in your life sometimes. So it is like running against the same walls and keep bouncing back all the time, and you're wondering what is going on. As this is happening for so long now and doesn't seem to stop pretty soon, this prevents you now for a while from developing into that being you are actually are by nature, or things you want to achieve and you can't, because yourself wants to be allowed to be and wants to be allowed to act in its natural way, but it can't like that. You tell yourself, I am doing it anyway. I take my actions, I make my moves, and I go beyond all this. But what happens here, once you walk with these issues without paying close attention and solving them, your actions remain incoherent, disconnected, and separate from that very self. And the result is they won't succeed. Or they will seem to succeed under, harsh circumstances in an exhausting way. So we're going deeper here very soon. The loss of self is an unconscious long-term condition, and that causes two problems in your life. The wrong people come into your field again and again. Because of your old patterns. You attract them with your old patterns. They are either no customers in your self-employment, or they are the wrong customers making problems there as well. They can't appreciate you. They disturb the spaces, etc., etc. So it's necessary that you reconnect with yourself and clean the path, clean the connection between you and your field, so that the right people, the suitable people, finally can appear in your life and in your professional life. Yeah, my name is Marianne Böhm, founder of the 618 bEvolution Crown Path, where we guide strong people like you into your full autonomy, through your self-presence, by being yourself and just following your natural path that you're here for, to live free and fulfilled. The loss of self is a normal state for most people in our society. So-called normal. Because it's It's a condition so many people learned from very little on. As for the system we all grew up in, it starts at home, socializing by parents who tell you what to do, what to leave, or how to do things and how not to do things. So you learn in an upbringing obedience, conformity, and you want to belong. Because what's happening if you wouldn't conform and wouldn't follow what you're being told? Punishment. Punishment and consequences, and the danger in the perception of a child of not belong anymore, of being thrown out the food chain, let's say, on a very basic level, right? Because when you don't follow what the family, what the adults are saying to you, and you try to do your own thing, you get critics, you get all kinds of restrictions. Things get really severe and heavy for you, difficult, and you don't want that. You cannot have this as a little depending one. You need to get positive feedback. So what you do, you conform, you follow what they say. Even though there is an inner voice in you saying, try this, do this, be creative here, play with this, and go out in the fields, play there, or stay longer, don't go home on time. You're just having so much fun right now, etc., etc. So you have an inner guidance from very little on, which was disconnected from you. It was shut down and shut up, basically, more or less. For some more, for others less. But for most of them, it was. So this voice gets lower and lower and disappears one day, until a human being in school doesn't know anymore what's right and wrong for them, and depends heavily on adults, on frameworks, on rules, on all kinds of society do's and don'ts, and is very much anxious and afraid to move in other ways over these artificial boundaries, to discover maybe something else, because there is judgment immediately coming to you. There is punishment. There is, judgment saying, oh, you don't belong to our group anymore. You are being thrown out of the clique, or whatever it is. So you don't want to be a loner. You don't want to be a freak, whatever it is. You want to belong. You want to be accepted. You want to be part of something. And so you keep conforming to what is normal in this society. And here's the price you pay. And you pay as long as you continue doing this. The price is truthfulness. You won't discover how you truly are when you are truthful, the real you. That means is equal with you won't discover what real freedom is, because freedom lies right behind being truthful. That means the freedom is needed for being genuinely effective, living your meaning, your purpose. And so at the very end, experience fulfillment. There is no fulfillment in conformity. Not to its fullest in your natural meaning. So what happens when you continue doing this, or what happens to other people they're doing is they become victims of socialized blackmail through abuse, cohesion, evaluation. When you are choosing your own path in certain defined, accepted frameworks of society, job environments, you experience abuse pretty fast. This can be humiliation, being ridiculed, bullying, exclusion. Nowadays, I heard debunking is pretty common right now. And of course, evaluation by the masses. People judging you, validating or not validating you, putting you in some boxes, negative or positive. So this is when humanity is being untaught, because what happened, the humanity in us you have as a child is being untaught through all these instruments I was just listing here, right? So the humanity in you means you have human powers, you have natural powers within you. And this is a deep perception field. For example, the vitality. This is your natural connection within you, outside of you, into the energy field around you. This is no fantasy. This is real. And this is a resonance field. This is something you spread out and receive from the outside, from the collective. This is the energetic field. You attract the people into your field. And the more they suit you, the clearer is your field. And the less they suit you, the more your field is blocked. This is how you can measure it. You naturally absorb and interact with the vibrations of nature. This is what you feel when you go in a forest, when you do a forest walk. You feel unimaginably good. It's so beautiful to breathe this fresh air and this high energy, this high frequency of the living beings, the trees. So go in nature, please, every day. It's so important. So we absorb and interact with anything else in our field as well. This is how it works. Unfolding your essence is necessary. You have naturally, of course, the essence within you, your life sparkle. And everything else that is connected with this, the potential you'll recognize when you unfold who you truly are. Then you recognize your abilities, your gifts, all what you can do, what you're here for. Everything what nature gave to you in order to be highly effective here. And you can feel it. You don't need to ask others, what do you think, where am I good in, or whatever. So you know what you can do and what you're not good in, naturally. And then is this intuition of feeling the truth. Being able of feeling the truth can be life savings, to be honest. But when you notice that somebody is not speaking the truth, you're gifted, you're good. That's a natural ability so many people cannot do anymore nowadays. They don't have this connection anymore. They don't have the fine antennas anymore. When you come from that ability, you feel the truth on every level, you will create real things that are coming from you, that are not coming from the outside, because society thinks this is great to do, which you don't. And the very end, the very last point here, what I want to mention today is the ability to lead freely from the inside. Most important, making decisions that are aligned with you and not against you. So not living, that too, guiding, leading from the inside, because you just hear your next step. You hear what you need to do and what is true and what is untrue for you. So where you should go. This is absolutely significant. Instead of following the guidelines of society, of job frameworks, of behavior standards, etc., etc. When you get back these human abilities and you learn how to align all these abilities, suitable people will come into your life. They cannot come as long as you do not activate these abilities. They're not gone. They're just somewhere buried under all this stuff from your early days where you were told what to do instead of doing what you want to do. Because there is no resonance that can rise. This is a disturbed field. Because there is no natural perception within you that takes place completely. Your obedience programs instead take over and attract the wrong people. When you're working with people directly as an entrepreneur, or you're a team leader, or you're an entrepreneur and have staff or something like that, you want to reflect on ways to connect first with your own self, and then make sure the same is being provided for your teams or for your clients. Because so far, they follow the guidelines, they work according to the system. They do not feel. They do everything right as they are told to. And as long as your organization works like that, everything goes wrong because everything is ineffective. You might say, oh, it's working great. But when you take a closer look, you see all the gaps, all the potential you are not realizing you are losing every day. It could be much greater if you have well-connected teams that are truly themselves and that are fully living their potential in the place, in your team. They're more engaged, they're more happy, they're more spot on in customer conversations. There's so much more going on. There's so much life possible that you don't even see right now. So in order to achieve that, going deep with them is a must. So it's about deleting the obedience programs. It's about dissolve the inner walls that are within you first off, because you need to process this before you can lead a team into this process. And the main thing is get in touch with your true self, connect again and open the field to leave the exhausting path of your daily work, of your daily life, to be attuned with yourself, with what is really in for you and what you want to skip. You want to keep your energy because right now the energy is draining, and that's why you are exhausted. You are numb every night. You are tired, and you're just all the time distracting yourself with things like TV screen, internet, etc., substances, whatever calms you down, and all these things. And then contact with the right people. See where is a field within your contacts that is either entirely not tuned or is just one topic, two topics you never talked about. You might want to clean that up. And when you do all these things, you and your entrepreneurship will grow and flourish. That's a natural thing to do. This is like nature works. You can see it in plants, you can see it in animals. Same thing is happening for us human beings. And that works from the inside first to the outside. And so your reality changes and you attract the right people in your field, the suitable people. Basically, this is a main thing of the crown path I was just describing to you, where you get on to your own place in life, first on the inside and then the outside, so that things really work in harmony in your life and without all the stress and struggle anymore. So, and we start this crown path at February 1st. You find a link in the description, and also leave your subscription to this channel and get further impulses here. Bye.